Hello everyone, let's take a look at sticky forms, and before we do a code walkthrough, let's take a look at a very simple form, okay? This form has a full name field, an age field, which has to be numeric by the way, and same with salary, okay? So if I do not fill in any of the fields here, okay, and I hit submit, by the way, look at the name here of the form, right? It's sticky_form.php. And when I click submit here, notice it's still the same form. It's still the same script. And we still see the form with the empty field that Bruce left blank. And we have an error message here that says, whoa, we didn't receive the required info. Dude, do that. Please try again. Okay, so let's say, okay, I'll fill in my full name, Bruce Elgort, and I will again neglect the age and salary fields, and hey, look, same information. The form did submit. If you look carefully here, when I click submit, watch right there, that orange favicon, ready? See, it's actually submitting. So let's do an age of 52, and let's hit submit. Okay, again, still no good, but notice how it's keeping the values, right, on the form. The values are sticking. They're sticking. They're staying, okay? So here's my age of 52, and let's enter my salary of, I don't know, just $10. And now I'll hit submit. Notice now it says, hey, thanks for the information. It displays all of the fields with the values Bruce submitted, and it also gives you a chance to fill out the form again if you need to, okay? Pretty neat, eh? So let's take a look at the code, okay? Let's go through the code. Again, all one script. So this script, and you'll be able to find this in Canvas shortly, once Bruce uploads it. It's an HTML document disguised as a PHP script. And I'll get right down to line 12 here, where we have the opening PHP tag. And the first thing you'll notice is an if statement that says, hey, if the superglobal request method is equal to post. So what that's saying is, hey, did the thing that called this thing, did they submit the form, right, using a method of post? Okay, and the server knows this, right? The server is able to tell whether you used a request method of get or post or other ones, okay? So if it is being posted, okay, then we can go down here and say, hey, okay, and we can check for each of the fields to make sure they're not empty, and we can make sure that the age, right, and salary is in fact numeric. And if they are, right, we can show the information that was entered in by the user, right? Their full name. We can assign the variables here from the $_post superglobal, right? Age, and same with salary. And then we can echo out all that information. Okay, that's all well and good, right? If the information wasn't good, we can fall through to line 32 with the else statement here and echo out that WOA message, that says they didn't complete it. Now, you'll have noticed, right, that both times when I submitted the form was always there, and the values for each of the fields were always there, right? So between line 14, right, and the ending if down here on line 38, right, this PHP script did all that stuff for us, right? It determined whether the fields were valid, and if they weren't, it displayed an error message. If they were valid, it did display the values of each field. Okay, all well and good. Now we end the PHP script tag on line 40, and on these lines right here, we're displaying the form. The form that you're used to creating, right? That you know how to create. But notice a few things, right? Line 47, right here. Form method equals post, right? That's all well and good. Action equals sticky_form.php. Okay, so it's going to post to itself. There is not another script like we did in prior exercises, right? Now the thing to notice, the thing that provides the stickiness, right, is the value attribute of each of the fields here on line 51. here on line 51, right, where it says value equals. And then we use a quote here, and then we put our PHP tags in, and we say, hey, if that variable is set, echo out that variable. Okay? So if it was part of the post, if someone typed it in on the forum, display it. If nothing gets, if nothing was set, then it's just going to display a blank, which is totally cool, which is what we want. Okay? That's the trick here to sticky forms. And the same on line 56, and the same on line 61. Okay? So that is the trick. That is the key, is to, again, post to the same form, right? So the action is going to be the script name that the file of what you're editing, because again, it's going to post back to itself and it'll say, hey, am I being posted to? If so, then do this stuff here. Else, display the error message, but always display the form here on line 46. And if the values were filled in by the user, display them with the value. Okay? I hope this video helps you with sticky forms. And if you have any questions, you know where to ask them.